Matthew 13, put he forth unto them. Now, the only reason I am not going to read, because this is where I ended up at, and I don't want to read the beginning parts because it'll take too long. So I just want to read to where I ended at in the office on this morning after they left out. Another parable put he forth unto them, saying, the kingdom of heaven is likened unto a grain of a mustard seed, which a man took and sowed in his field, which indeed is the least of all the seeds, but when it is grown, it is the greatest among all the herbs, and becometh a tree so that the birds of the air can come and lodge in the branches. And a man took it and sowed it. Indeed, it is the least of all the seeds. It doesn't mean, you guys follow me just for a few minutes here. It doesn't mean that this seed is the least. That's not what it's saying. It's the least, like it don't really mount to nothing, or it don't, it's the, that word least can minimize what he is saying when he says the least. A good word for it in the English version, or for us, would be the smallest. It is the smallest of all of the seeds, but it has the potential to grow into greatness. So just because it's a small seed doesn't mean it has to stay small. Just because it is a small seed does not mean it does not have the potential to be something great someday. Genesis 1 and 11. Genesis 1 and 11. Genesis 1. Somebody say, I might be small, but I got something in me. Yeah, say it again. I might be small. I might be small time right now, but I got greatness on the inside of me. I might, you might not talk much about me right now, but there's some great stuff on the inside of me. So you got to understand that concept. And this is why you have to understand it. And God said, let the earth bring forth grass and the herb yielding seed, and the fruit tree yielding fruit after his kind, whose seed is in itself upon the earth. And that's how it was. That was so powerful. Listen to what he says in verse 12. And the earth brought forth grass and herb yielding seed after his kind, and the tree yielding fruit, whose seed was in itself after his kind, and God saw that it was good. So every seed, everything, listen, no matter how small the seed, because we are the seeds of Abraham. So I want to use us as this concept. No matter how small we are, God packaged us with everything that we need to become great. Amen. Everything that you need on the inside of you is already there. You can't, listen, because God put it there. Every seed, he says, what's inside this tree. They say that at that point in time, that mustard seed, the mustard seed tree, at that point in time, it was, once it reached maturity or its full potential, it was the largest of all of them. Now, it started off small, but again, everything that the tree needed to be great was already on the inside of it. Peter, in the book of Peter, it says that God has given us everything that pertaineth to life and godliness. So listen, so in other words, what I'm saying is you have everything on the inside of you that can cause you to overcome everything that life brings you. Because he gave us everything pertaining to life and godliness. So not only can we overcome everything that life brings to us, we can do it in a godly fashion. Because everything is already packaged on the inside of us. And it's called potential. Somebody say potential. Come on, say it like you mean to say potential. Now see, what we do is we talk, and so we even have to be careful at just telling people about their potential. You know, and this is what listen, this is, or greatness, or just talking to them, you got greatness in you. You got potential in you. We have to be careful. This is what I literally wrote this down in my office. Somebody say potential. Let me tell you what potential is, or this was my definition of potential. Let me tell you, potential is to possess or have the capacity to one day develop into something. That's what potential is. It is the capacity to have or to possess something that one day you can become that thing. And so, but the danger with that is, there's a danger. Because most people are surrounded around people or environments that suppress your potential. You got to get that. So oftentimes you will, follow me for just a minute. Oftentimes you will never be able to reach greatness or your full potential because of the people or the environment that you are planted in. Okay, let me put it to you like this. What is his name? Lazarus. Let's use Lazarus. I'm going to say this to you, and then it might just click someplace along there. Lazarus. Do you know how many? Lazarus died full of potential. You got to get this. I'm going to say it again. Lazarus dies with potential on the inside of him. He died, but his problem is all he got around him that's why the Bible tells us to know the powers that be, the powers that we are surrounded with. Because there are certain powers that will suppress the capacity that you have to become what God called you to be. And then you have other powers that are good because those powers pull the potential out of you that you should be. And so Lazarus's problem was that he is surrounded with people that all they're talking about is, oh, Lazarus is sick. Oh, Lazarus is a crack addict. Oh, Lazarus is an alcoholic. Oh, Lazarus is whatever. And Lazarus is going to die. And Lazarus is going to do this. And Lazarus is going to do this. And Jesus says, and then Martha even tells Jesus one day, she said, had you been here, my brother would not have died. He says, he going to rise again. Why does he say that? Because Jesus knows the potential that's on the inside of him. You better hear me, y'all. Jesus knows that Lazarus has the potential to get up again in this life. First of all, let me tell you something. God will never allow you to be in the hands of the enemy, in the hands of death. He'll never allow you to be in a situation that you don't have the potential to come out of. He'll never do it. He'll never do it. If you're stuck in it, it's because of the people that's speaking to you. All you need to do, watch this, when potential empower me, baby, it's on now. You can raise up out of anything. That's why Jesus goes to the grave and says, everybody else, move back. Lazarus, come forth. How can Lazarus come forth? Because he's got the potential on the inside of him. You just need the right people talking to you. You need the right people saying stuff to you. You need the right people. You don't got the right people around you, you'll stay dead. You know how many people are in the grave right now, dead, full of potential, because they had other powers suppressing them. I know what I'm telling you here. Put it to you like this: we go to Florida some years ago, and we're riding down the street, and I'm looking. And I see all these beautiful trees. They're called palm trees. And I'm looking at them. I'm saying, wow, beautiful tree, beautiful tree, beautiful tree. She don't know. Drop them off. And I go to a store. When I get to the store, next door of it, it's a plant store. And I'm thinking, something must have been wrong with me. Because I go in and I see all these different seeds. And I see a palm tree. I see the palm tree seeds. And I think to myself, our house would look good with a palm tree or a couple of palm trees in front of it. I'm just thinking that to myself. I'm saying our yard will look good if we done that, because we're going to be different. Ain't nobody else going to have this. Like I was the only person that thought of this, right? Because I'm a genius like that, and nobody else would think. Nobody else has the capacity to think like that. So I go in, and this guy, and he's getting me, and I got the palm trees. He said, where you from? I said, I'm from, I never tell nobody Elyria because they don't know Elyria or Lorraine. I say, Cleveland. We said, we're from Cleveland. He says, oh, okay, what are you going to do? And I said, I'm going to take this back in the. He says, listen, he said, the environment. Y'all got to get this, man. He says, the environment or the climax will not activate, y'all better get this, will not activate the potential that this seed has on the inside of it. Therefore, it will die. So, listen, as beautiful as the thing that was inside of it that I could not see, I couldn't see it while it was in seed form. As beautiful as those trees look, if I bought it here in this environment. Okay, here, let me just put it like this. So if I bought it in this environment, even if I planted it, the soil would not allow, the soil wouldn't give the seed the nutrition. It wouldn't give it what it needed to blossom into its greatness. So, here it goes. So, I'm just thinking, because I didn't have no time to write none of this down. So I'm thinking, I have a guy that cuts trees down. And he tell me, no, he doesn't tell me this. Somebody else told me this. And so I called the guy to cut the tree down. He told me, he said, man, that tree right there in your backyard is worth about $20,000. I said, hold up. This tree got to go. She'll tell you, I said, this tree got to go. I don't care nothing about this tree here. As a matter of fact, I don't even like trees no more. So I called the tree cutting people up, tell me, say, y'all need to come on down here and cut this tree down, and I'm gonna give you a few dollars, and then I'm gonna make you some money. And he told me, say, take it to the Amish people. They're gonna pay you this money and this and that, so on and so forth. So when I come, and so I asked the tree person, I said, is this tree? He said, no, that ain't no real. He said, that's not a real oak tree. If it was a real oak tree, it may have been worth close to what he said. He said, no, it's not a real birch tree. It's a hybrid or a half-breed. It's not real. It's mixed with something else. He said, but this is what he said. Thank you, God. He says, but do you see the tree that's in the back of it? He said, this is a beautiful tree. He says, but this tree is going to ultimately die because of the tree that's in front of it. Oh, you got to get this. Because the tree that was in front of it was blocking it from the sun. You got to get this. It was blocking it from the sun. The rain couldn't get it. There were things that couldn't get to that tree because there was another tree that was in front of it. And I declare you on this morning, there's some of y'all that's going to have to chop some trees down and tell some trees, you got to get out of my way. You're stopping my potential. I want to grow to greatness, and I'll never get to greatness with you in front of me. So I'm speaking to somebody's greatness on this morning. I want to speak to your potential on this morning and let you know you ain't got to die like this. All you got to do is cut some stuff down. All you got to do is say, son, you need to shine on me. Rain, you need to. I thank God for the seasons in my life, because if there are seasons in my life, when it's winter, I get a break. When it's springtime, I'm going to be fruitful. Do you understand? You got to thank God for the seasons. You only want it to be one season. The devil is a liar. If all you had was a season of producing, you never get fed yourself. You never get rained on yourself. You need a season of shade every now and then. You need a storm to hit your life every now and then so you can be great. Somebody say, I might be small, but I'm full of potential. Come on, say it like you mean it. I might be small, but I'm full of potential. John chapter 5, he says, Jesus come. Somebody say, potential. I'm telling you, 10 minutes and I'm done. I promise you. Ain't got nothing else to say. Yeah, I'm done. Come here, Pastor. Come here. Me and her got our white and black on today. I should have probably used Mother Geiger back there. We look a little more, you know. Listen here, listen here. Listen. John chapter 5, I think it is. John chapter 5, maybe verse 5, the Bible talks about, you guys know this, but I just want you to see this concept here. John 5, I believe it's 5, the man who is paralyzed for 38 years. John chapter 5, I believe it's 5. Okay, yeah, he's messed up for 38 years. And here, let me just read it. John, next verse. She's messed up for 38 years. Jesus saw him lie and knew that he had been a long time in that case. And he saith unto him, wilt thou be made whole? Somebody say, my sickness. Can catch me a case. Okay, let me talk to y'all over here. Y'all, you can, I don't know if that made any sense to y'all, but see, that's why I had to get it right, because I got, I caught enough cases behind my sickness. I said, I'm 30-some years old. I got to cut this out. Yeah, that's for somebody in here. Your sickness going to cause you to catch a whole bunch of cases. And they ain't got to be, they could be syphilis, they could be gonorrhea. Y'all know what I'm talking about. They sitting up there looking like, oh, I can't believe. Yes, believe it. But this is what I think, this is what I love the most about God. He came to heal all. You crazy and you wild, he came to heal both of y'all. All the manner of sickness. That's what I love about him. He came to heal all manner of it. We only categorize it. We categorize sickness and sin. Yeah, she said, we sure do. There's only, and I'm going to do this, but there's only three sins. Only three categories of sins. Only three. Lust of the flesh, lust of the eyes, pride of life. That is all that is in the world. That's what the Bible says. That is all that is in the world. Lust of the flesh, lust of the eyes, pride of life. So you say, well, never mind. But just understand, that's the only three. We categorize them. We put them in, they're categorized already. We put them in order. I wish I could just think of one that I could have said, but lust of the flesh, lust of the flesh. So we beat people up for adultery, fornication. Oh, they're going to hell. They're going to hell. Lust of the flesh. That's lust of the flesh. Hell-bound, 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 lust of the flesh. We beat them up. We'll beat them up. We'll beat them up. We'll beat them up. But we ain't going to say they're going to hell for being overweight. Oh, God. That's lust of the flesh. That's you feeding your flesh. Yeah, I just broke it down. Now, since that ain't part of the message, just let me just get back to the message. But I'm just saying, we have to be careful that we don't be critical. Because there is only three of them. And they all fall in that category. That's it. Ain't one up higher on the scale than the other one. We've done that to people. You're going to beat them up for sleeping around, beat them up for being too round. I better stop while I'm ahead, Because somebody could be like, hey, that's enough, Pastor. I'm trying to lose this weight. But just because you done lost a few pounds, you ain't filling that category, Okay. Oh, shoot, I forgot. Where was it? The empty man answered and said unto her, he says, do you want to be made whole? The empty man said, I have no man when the water is troubled to put me in the pool. But while I'm sleeping, somebody else come down, cut me off, or get in before me. And Jesus said unto him, rise, take up your bed, and walk. This is it, you guys. This is what he's at Bethesda. That's a cursed place. Everybody in Bethesda is sick. Everybody. Everybody. 5 porches. Everybody said, all that's coming out their mouth is sick stuff. Oh, my back hurt. Mine's is too. My legs won't move. Neither will mine's. Neither. Girl, I'm so tired of it. Me too. I'm tired too. He get on my nerves. He get on my nerves too. Ain't nothing. Everybody's sick. Everybody's sick. Everybody's got a problem. Listen, y'all. Everybody there has a problem. They're so problematic that even when the healer comes, they still talking about their problem. And Jesus says, I'm not talking to your problem, I'm talking to your potential. I would never tell you to get up and walk if you didn't have the potential to get up and walk. You have the potential to walk out of this mess. You got the potential to live again. Whenever he shows up, it's to talk to your potential. When other people show up, it's to talk about your problem. I know I got a problem. Speak to my potential. I've been here 38 years. Now you ain't got to talk about my problem. Everybody's talking about the problem. All your potential needs is a different power to come into your life. Play something lightly. He says, and I wish he would have said, I can't pick this up. I can't pick. Jesus probably would say, shut up. Just pick your bed up and walk. That always bothered me. I'm thinking he could have been done that, but had nobody been talking to his potential. Right. He was on a certain porch. I don't know what porch he was on. Come here. I don't know what porch he was on. But we on a certain porch. Y'all, you laughing. You know you can get comfortable in your sickness. Just get comfortable here. Shoot, we ain't gonna never get out of this. Might as well just get comfortable here. Yeah, that's right. That's right. That's right. That's why that song, man, when he was saying rise up. See, you got to get tired of being on this level. This is not where your potential stops at. This is not where your potential stops at. This is where you have allowed somebody to stop your potential. I'm going to say this, then I promise we're done. Listen here. Evangelist Monet said something one time. Somebody else, and it's crazy because she said it, then somebody came to my office and said it, and then somebody else came and said it, and said, listen here, have you ever